the Asian development, economic miracle as they call it, in some countries like China and India and now Indonesia and Malaysia, is slightly different than it is in North America. In North America, in Europe, things evolve over time through industrial revolution and technology growth, and after the World War, country growth. As opposed to that, in Asia, in recent years, in very short time period, technologically they have evolved. They have built huge infrastructure, but technologically they have created clusters. There are centers in which many companies set up their manufacturing plants. Guangzhou is one of them in southern China. Suzhou near Shanghai is another one. Near Beijing, there is a cluster of massive industries. Similarly, in India, there are 14 clusters. In the old days means when we work with North America and Europe, we develop understanding of what can happen over the whole country. Here, the countries are large, and we need to develop in concentrated areas. If something goes wrong, what will happen to the world economy? As an example, the principle of insurance says that you must diversify your portfolio. As an insurer, I must insure here and there and everywhere, so that if one event occurs in one place, I'm not wiped out. What is happening to the clusters is they are putting everything in one place. And the reason they are putting in one place is they help each other. One industry helps the other one, and they supply each other, and the production becomes very efficient. So on one side, there is gain in putting everything together in one place, but then there is a very dangerous situation of risk which is concentrated. What we need to do now is to understand how these industries in one cluster are connected to the whole world. Somebody is supplying car parts to Japan, and somebody is supplying car parts to Munich, and someone is buying chips from Silicon Valley, and so on. So if something happens to one cluster, everybody around the world is impacted. Currently, some of us are working in talking to the owners of these clusters. Like Singapore has built a cluster at Suzhou, as an example. They are building a new cluster near Bangalore. We go to one of these and owners and say, if you need an insurance, today the reinsurers and insurers are very much afraid of insuring you in one place. If you tell us what you have in that area and how they are connected with the world supply chain, we will tell you what will be the expected loss, economic and downtime, in terms of number of days you'll be out of operation. And that will give you an opportunity to buy appropriate insurance. That is, buying safety, diversifying risk, transferring risk costs money. And what that premium will be depends on how concentrated they are, how the connecting infrastructure is, how the supply chain is. We are telling them, and they are interested. Our problem today is through complexity theory, this interconnectivity of the whole world is not modeled appropriately. So we want Risk Center at Cambridge to work on that part through collaboration. These type of problems require collaboration. No single group can do it. Another group in Asia will collect the data. A third group, ownership, will provide what they are worried about. So we are going to put together a consortia. All these people will work together through developing what I call as a platform of this network theory, complexity theory. Once we solve one, then we can apply it to others in terms of mathematical formulation. It's going to be very interesting, but very difficult. Currently, we cannot give proper answer to insurance companies or reinsurers.